A night for the ages. Forget everything you know about sports parades. This year's event was a total game changer. Instead of the usual stadium spectacle, thousands of athletes traded stadiums for sailboats, transforming the Seine River into the world's most glam-dropping spectacle that blended sports, fashion, and pure entertainment in a way we've never seen before. The singer performed a cabaret number from the Moulin Rouge, along with the jazz composition Mon Truc en Plume by Zizi Jean Marais. And although the French criticized Lady Gaga's accent, I am delighted with her performance. And Lady Gaga herself seems to be delighted too. I hope you love this performance as much as I do. And to everyone in France, thank you so much for welcoming me to your country to sing in honor of you. It's a gift I'll never forget, she wrote on her account. While some wondered why a French artist wasn't selected, Lady Gaga made it clear she adored France, delivering a passionate performance that showcased her love for the country. The build-up to this iconic performance was filled with electric anticipation. The image of Lady Gaga on a floating piano on the Seine River, coupled with Celine Dion's surprise visit to Paris, ignited speculation and excitement.
I could not start by just looking at one painting or one object.
Every time I return to Paris, I remember there's so much beauty and joy still to experience in the world, Celine gushed in her Instagram post previously. Celine's return to the stage was nothing short of triumphant. Her powerful vocals and emotional delivery were simply mesmerizing. Dressed to the nines in a dazzling Dior gown, the legendary singer closed the show with a breathtaking performance of Edith Piaf's iconic Hymne à l'amour. Standing at the foot of the Eiffel Tower, her voice soared through the night, a reminder of why she's a global icon. Before this iconic performance, Celine Dion had already made a significant mark on the Olympic stage. In 1996, she delivered a powerful rendition of The Power of the Dream at the Atlanta Olympics opening ceremony. The song became an anthem of hope and unity, solidifying Dion's status as a global superstar.
I love to sing, it's great, and it's gonna be okay.
And her recent performance in Paris was a triumphant return to the Olympic spotlight, showcasing her enduring talent and resilience. Dion, who has openly shared her health struggles recently, is back and better than ever.
Oh, I'll sing again. I'll sing again. That's for sure.
The Olympic stage is the perfect place for her comeback, and her powerful voice is sure to captivate audiences worldwide. Did you catch her performance? It was absolutely stunning.
To be international star, and to be able to sing all my life.
Celine Dion has revealed a deeply personal struggle to the world in her documentary, I Am Celine Dion. In a raw and emotional moment, the film captures an 8-minute-long episode of her debilitating neurological disorder, stiff person syndrome. The raw footage shows Dion lying on a couch, her body contorted by painful muscle spasms, her cries echoing through the room. She fights for control, her face contorted in anguish as the medical team works to alleviate her symptoms. This heart-wrenching scene has struck a chord with fans worldwide, igniting an outpouring of support and admiration for the singer's courage and resilience. Dion, diagnosed with SPS in December 2022, hopes that by sharing her experience, she can raise awareness about this rare and debilitating condition and offer solace to others who may be silently battling the same struggle. SPS, an autoimmune disorder affecting the central nervous system, manifests in uncontrollable and often excruciating muscle spasms. Dion's diagnosis forced her to cancel a portion of her planned tour last year, a testament to the relentless grip this condition has on her life. This revelation comes on the heels of another profound loss for Dion, the passing of her beloved husband, René Angélil, in 2016. The singer has openly shared the immense grief she has endured since his passing, drawing strength from her children and her unwavering determination to persevere. How did the singer of some of the world's most favorite love songs manage to endure so much pain in her life?
I would say when something bad happens to you in life, you have to find a way to overcome these obstacles and find a way to find inner strength to say that's part of life. This is not something that you choose.
She was just 12 years old when she met her new manager, René, and he had so much faith in her talent as a singer that he mortgaged his own house to help launch her career. Little did she know that in the future, René would be so much more to her than just her manager. It seems like René's sacrifice for the young singer paid off, and very soon she was known worldwide and making hit after hit. When she was 19 years old, she realized she was in love with Renee, who was 45, and that she wanted him to be more than her business partner. She wanted him to be her life partner. Renee had also grown feelings for Celine and knew that they shared a powerful romantic connection. So the pair took their relationship to the next level and started dating. Celine's mother was not happy with such development, and she did everything in her power to make sure that Celine and Renee would not stay together. Her mom would say how unreliable Renee was, that he wasn't to be trusted, and he had no good intentions with the singer. When I told her I had some really strong feelings for Renee, she tried everything to kill him and make me snap out of it. The pair were married in 1994 in a lavish ceremony that was broadcast live on Canadian television.
And now that we are married, Renee and myself.
Yes, a year now, huh?
That's right. I gotta tell you about that because we have decided to join both families for Christmas time.
This past Christmas you
This
did?
past Christmas. We were about 150 people.
Would you do hire a stadium?
It was like 135 my family.
Yeah.
And 15 Renee's, right?
The newly married couple were besotted with one another, and Celine's career was soaring with awards falling at her feet. It seems like nothing could go wrong for the lovebirds, and they could never be happier. Celine knew she wanted to have a big family, and she wanted to have her own family with Angelil. So the couple started to try for children, but sadly, with no prevail. Suddenly, the two had to put their attempts of having a child on hold when they were faced with a diagnosis that shook their relationship to its core. In 1998, the young family was left distraught when Angelil was diagnosed with throat cancer.
For the first time of my life, he needs me. Because for all the years before, I needed him.
Despite her demanding career, Dion chose to step back and take a hiatus to focus on her personal life and care for her husband. We had tension between us. It's never easy being husband and wife, but add to that, we are in business together, dealing with all the added pressures of shows, concerts, tours, traveling. It was hard, a lot of hard work. After battling the deadly disease for almost 2 years, Renee was finally in remission, and the couple decided to resume their efforts in expanding their family. Celine then had to face her own battle with infertility and decided to go for IVF treatment to help her get pregnant. Years of efforts finally paid off, and Dion gave birth to son René Charles, the couple's first child. The couple baptized the baby that July at Notre Dame Basilica in Montreal, the same place where they married years earlier. Determined to have more children, Celine even put her career at risk in order to grow her family a little more. She had signed a contract with Caesar's Palace, but postponed her shows in order to undergo more fertility treatments. I was not going to stop just because I had a contract for singing. So I said try to postpone the Caesar's Palace shows because it wasn't a good enough reason for me not to try for a baby. A life or a contract. I couldn't live with that.
But we did a miscarriage. We tried 4 times to have a child. We're still trying. We're on the 5th try. And I tell you, if 5 is my lucky number, this 5th try is gotta come in.
After multiple rounds of IVF and having to suffer the loss of a miscarriage, Dion and Angelil happily welcomed twin boys, Nelson and Eddie. My greatest reward is my children. It gives you true meaning to your life, and it's the most important job. Dion returned to performing in Las Vegas, while Angelil battled cancer at their nearby home. Even though she wasn't interested in performing at the time, she did it because he loved seeing her perform. He loved her voice, and knowing she was out there doing something that she was so gifted at. He would always call her before she would go on stage, wish her good luck for her show, and tell her how much he loves her. Angelil, who was 73 at the time, was on a feeding tube for 2 years, and Dion tried to be strong during his lengthy illness. She was the one to help feed him and care for him when she was at home.
I had to say, listen, I can't be half here and half over there. Please, allow me to stay home.
She wanted to be the one there for him throughout this battle. I'll say, you're scared? I understand. Talk to me about it. And Renee says to me, I want to die in your arms. Okay, fine, I'll be there. You'll die in my arms. In 2014, after one of her shows, Celine came home, and instead of going in to say goodnight to her husband because she didn't want to disturb him while he was sleeping, she went to bed instead. The next morning, Renee's nurse told Celine that her beloved husband had passed away during the night, just 2 days before his birthday. The singer was heartbroken, regretting that she hadn't said goodnight to the love of her life the night before, when she had the chance. So she went into the room and sat with Renee's lifeless body, and told him that she and their kids would be okay, and he could rest peacefully.
And I'm well because I know he's not suffering anymore,
Because the hardest thing is not to lose somebody you love, is to see them suffer. Yeah.
I will probably grieve for the rest of my life. I'm still in love with him. There was nothing that could compare to the loss of the most important person in her life. And even years later, Celine admits that she still feels as though she is married to René.